Welcome to this Windows channel, and this is the Tech News Update. We are Monday, March 19th, 2018, and today in our Tech News Update, Firefox and basically a app called AdBlock Plus, or more, so the actually maker of AdBlock Plus says that Mozilla Firefox browser has been pretty careless about keeping users' passwords safe. So a lot of people are using, password managers to keep their passwords, but some of us are still using the save functionality of passwords within browsers. Well, it seems that according to the owner of AdBlock Plus, well, Firefox has been using the same SHA-1 hash security for the past 9 years, and that in today's world, where computers are very powerful, it's kind of unsafe. So of course we haven't heard of Firefox yet about this, but kind of an interesting little side here. Well, a feature introduced in the skip ahead build is making a lot of users really go mad. Microsoft has decided that when you actually click a link in the Mail app, it opens Microsoft Edge, even if you have changed the browser. So if you have Chrome as a default, for example, it's still going to open Edge, and it's creating kind of a stir. A lot of users saying, hey, I want the links to open in whatever I feel I want them to open to. So we'll see if that will be kept or will actually default back. Well, insiders have been happy this weekend. Every insider category had something. Friday, there was a fast ring build, 17.123. And 17.623 for skip ahead, and 17.120 for slow ring. So head on to your machines if you haven't done so. There's a lot of things happening. Well, IBM has built a computer that is smaller than a grain of salt. Now, it's not very powerful. It has the power of a 90s x86 computer, and it will be unveiled today. But the question is not necessarily to look at the power for now, but how this can actually make security a much, much bigger thing in the near future. So kind of interesting to see. It has about 100,000 transistors, and it basically will cost about 10 cents to make, which is very inexpensive. Google last week announced that they would ban cryptocurrency ads because of the fear of too much problems and too much fake ads and whatsoever. Basically, Twitter has announced today that they're doing the same thing. We'll be banning cryptocurrency ads because of pretty much the same reason. Apple might actually want to make its own displays in the near future. Apparently, it is rumored to be testing and building its own thin and very bright screens made with micro LEDs, and they are apparently testing that in a secret facility that they actually have built. So they might actually be looking at having displays from other companies instead of relying on companies like Samsung, for example. Do you take pictures of clouds? Have you taken pictures of clouds? Are you taking pictures of clouds? Well, NASA is looking in the next month to see your cloud pictures. They say that it might help in understanding weather patterns and also understanding how the atmosphere physics work by looking at all the different clouds, including having a little bit of information of where, what time, what day, and kind of what was the forecast, so that they might actually improve the future of, weather forecasting maybe. Well, it seems that people with iPhones and the Apple Watch are accidentally calling emergency services without knowing it, because there's a new feature since iOS 10 or 11, which is basically there are ways to actually call emergency services without nobody noticing that you did. So for example, on the Apple Watch, if you actually hold the button for a certain time, it will actually call for emergencies. It might also happen if you actually press 5 times the left button of the iPhone. Now, one of the things is that a lot of people have been kind of surprised to see emergency services appear at where they live. And it is a feature that's there to help in times of, really bad, situations where you need to actually call emergency services without no one knowing about it. Fortunately, it's being triggered much more often without the people knowing about it. Well, for the second time, and it's been a little problem with Google for a while, for the second time in 2 years, fake tech support ads actually have replaced Amazon in the search results because of hacking into the ad network. So it happened last Thursday. Didn't last for long, but enough to create a little stir and have Amazon be a little unhappy about it. So basically, what happens is that they are looking into what exactly they're doing, but kind of something you don't want to have. Well, of course, we talk about autonomous vehicles, trucks of all sorts. Well, a company called Bear Farming Equipment wants to sell self-driving farm tractors and machinery that can do the job pretty much automatically and have, the farmer just stay relaxed and look at his fields being whatever. So anyways, the company is looking into funding to make all sorts of in autonomous, machinery basically. And finally, after a company was known to abuse of its, power into looking at Facebook user data, it looks more and more that Facebook has one of the biggest problems right now, which is keeping third-party companies, from basically abusing the data from everybody on its services, and that it might be a problem that they need to tackle because it's been using all of that data for all sorts of things, including in political ways. This was a Tech News Update for Monday, March 19, 2018. You enjoy our videos, please subscribe, give us thumbs up. Thank you for watching.